None of us really know. None of us really know.
I know.
No, I know. Perfect timing, Keith.
Keith, what's up?
Your favorite movie of all time, F9.
Oh, good.
How is there any other choice than Remember the Titans being number one?
I'm curious.
I'm spoiling mine, but
Well, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that's a good, good
I'm
question,
not even
Brian.
done talking.
you shouldn't be talking at this point.
Oh, do we got a great show for you guys tonight. Welcome back to Apocaflix Movies, Apocaflix Now, the movie hangout show that we do every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. My name is Gio. I'll be the host. I know some of you out there were worried, is Gio going to miss this episode with big DC news? Nope, I'm not. We're going to get into all that. We're going to talk Super Bowl trailers. We're going to do our movie watching challenge. There's a whole lot of stuff to get into. But first, we're going to go around the horn. I want to know about you guys. First off, how you guys doing? How's your Valentine's Day if you celebrate such things? How was your Super Bowl weekend? Let's start off with Mr. Brian Avalosino. How you doing?
Okay. What did I do this weekend? Other than the Super Bowl, absolutely nothing.
Good. That's okay sometimes.
Yeah. I went to Jake's for a little bit to watch it and came home. The week, just chilling.
Chilling?
Trying.
Okay.
This week is moving at a snail's pace. I needed to speed it up a little bit. The fact that it's only Tuesday.
We're halfway through the February now, but come on. So this month's been flying
I didn't say
by.
the month. I didn't say the month. The week.
Oh, the week.
This week.
Okay.
The week.
All right.
This is a horrible week for teachers because it's just candy all the time. Whether it's giving it for Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. So they're all cracked out on candy right now and like hyper as hell. It's like mini Halloween. So it's like, oh God, they're driving me nuts.
Wow.
But,
so do you at least feel the love? Like, is there love in the air and all that? No,
I mean,
not really.
It's middle school love, so it's not real.
Oh, it's puppy love. It's I want to be with you for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Wait for me.
Like the week before, I had heard like one of the boys like, if I ever see her hug another guy, she's cheating on me. I'm like, oh my God, you guys,
man. Oh man,
They're
I don't miss high school. Like there are days where you think maybe you miss high school, and then I'm like, no, I really don't. I really don't miss high school.
No, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, have at it.
You guys are adults and deal with real problems.
Oh man, they think they think it's tough now. You wait, kids. You wait.
It's incredible. I had a kid today, middle schooler.
Yeah.
Say that they spent $150 on their girlfriend's middle school present. I'm like, get out of here. Like, I don't think I've ever. That's not true. I literally just got my mom $200 tickets to PBR last weekend. But
you spend on a wife. You don't spend that on a fucking high school girlfriend.
I was like, that is like all the money you've probably made for your whole entire life.
Okay,
but,
so I kind of want to share an embarrassing story when it gets to my turn, but if I'm gonna do that, I need everybody watching right now to hit that thumbs up button. Okay, Brian, can you take a look at that and see if the likes are coming? And if everyone hits that thumbs up, I will share an embarrassing middle school Valentine's Day story. But before that, let's go to Mr. Jacob London. Jacob, welcome back. You've been on the channel before. How are you? How was your Super Bowl weekend? What's going on?
It was good. I had the day off work. like I normally do. I take the Super Bowl off work every single year just because
Awesome.
it's on a Monday for us, so it's Monday morning.
Oh, okay.
I have to
Yeah.
take the day off
I was
work.
going to ask you, is what day is it when
It's on a Monday morning, so which sucks because yeah, you got to. I have to take off a day for work, but it was really good. It was good. This whole weekend's just been packing and getting ready to move. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And then sat down. We watched Super Bowl. I thought it was a really good game for the most part, except for a really bad a call that came at the end that was the right call, but it was just so ticky tack, and it was just
hate
like,
for it to
come
end
on,
like that.
it's 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl. You don't throw that flag, but it was a flag. It was, it's one of those. You're right technically, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a whole lot. Just packing. It's kind of where we're at right now.
What time of day is it?
Right now, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
No, I meant the Super Bowl. Like, what time does the Super Bowl happen for you guys?
9 a.m. in
Was
the morning.
it?
No drinking.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
So no mimosas, nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
If I like, I mean, well, it's a bit late now, but sometimes I was seeing Ant-Man that night, so I couldn't drink.
Okay. Yeah.
As well, because I had to drive for that. But yeah, I wish I did.
All right. Well, Brian, how are we looking on those thumbs up?
You are
We have
at
quite a few.
12 right now.
Okay.
So yes,
so they are I've been coming in. First off, I had a very busy weekend. We were covering a lot of the Super Bowl TV spots and trailers, which we'll get to. So not much exciting. And as for the game, I could care less who won. Okay. I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan. The Eagles beat us 2 weeks ago, and the Chiefs beat us 2 Super Bowls ago. So I don't care who won. I mean, I'm kind of happy that the Chiefs won because it's still tender that how the Eagles beat us without a quarterback. But anyways, okay. So here in the States, it is Valentine's Day. If you celebrate such things, happy Valentine's Day. If you don't, happy Taco Tuesday. Okay. There's something for everyone. And if you don't like tacos and if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, I don't know what else to say. Thank you for being here. Okay. So Valentine's Day, embarrassing story. So in middle school, I had a girlfriend, and it was one year. I would think I was in 8th grade. So I didn't have money. I didn't have parents to give me money, and I wanted to do something nice for her. And I'm young me. I'm thinking, this is the one. And so what my dumbass did was, you remember the PlayStation Portables, the PSPs?
I still have.
I had
mine.
that, and I had my games. And what I did was, because I thought she was the one, I sold it. I took it to GameStop, and GameStop doesn't give you shit. So I sold it, and I bought her a gift. The next school year, we were not together. Man, what a lesson learned.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's my embarrassing story right there. PSPs will always have this weird little history with me, and that's it. That's the story I have for you guys. If you didn't hit that thumbs up, I better get one now, because I really put myself out there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are gonna look at me the same. So with that in mind, let's bring in Mr. Sean Wingblade right here. Sean from Flick and Reel. What's going on, man? How was your Super Bowl weekend? How are you? What's up?
Oh, my Super Bowl weekend was low key, but also busy at the same time. I'm very red still. I just realized how red it was. I just got done with baseball practice. I was rushing to get here, and it's freezing cold outside, so I feel like I'm redder than I would be if I was hot, because my face is trying to warm up or something. What's up, guys? I hopped in at the end, or towards your embarrassing story. I apologize. I'm all frazzled. I was
you didn't miss anything, but okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. Well, like I said, we got an exciting show for all of you. We got a ton of trailers to talk about, some breaking news, but real quick, I'm going to bring in one more guy who has arrived. One of our Apocaflix crew members. Mr. Keith Barnes. Keith, how
Hi,
you doing?
Keith.
How's your Super Bowl weekend? What's up, man?
Good evening. It was great. As long as my hated NFC East rival Philadelphia Eagles lost, I'm good. Very happy.
You a Cowboys
Yeah.
fan or no Giants?
Washington. God, I hate both those. I hate the Giants even
Commanders.
more.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Washington football team.
Yes.
They should have kept
I'm
them.
very sorry. I am very sorry.
No.
Thank you. No, I'll take that. Condolences. Yes.
I mean, don't worry. Look, I'm a Bills fan, so this year really hurt.
Oh,
ouch.
Really
Oh,
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, now that Keith's here, let's get into you guys. If you've seen this show, you know what it is. It's our movie watching challenge from Apocaflix Movie. There you go, Brian. Basically, if you're tuning in for the first time, somebody in the crew challenges somebody else to a movie they haven't seen, and sometimes it's like, wow, you haven't seen that movie, and they do a little review. And then they challenge the next person to a movie they haven't seen. And Keith was challenged last week to watch M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit. And be on the lookout for that video coming tomorrow or within the next 2 days on the channel. Stay tuned for Keith's thoughts. Keith, in the form of a tweet, not the Twitter blue where you can, type a 5-paragraph essay, but old school Twitter, can you give us a little hint at what you thought about The Visit?
Well, I can tell you, I'm going to record my review as soon as this show is over, immediately after the show. So tell everyone, tune in if you've seen The Visit. We'll be a little bit, I'm going to spoil it. Tune in and find out how annoying this movie was.
Oh, man.
I didn't dislike it, I will say that. But it's just a movie got on my nerves for a lot of it. I'll explain later.
Is it better than Lady in the Water for you?
Yes. That's a low
Okay,
bar, but
cool.
yes.
I haven't seen The Visit, but isn't it's supposed to be Shyamalan's kind of like return to form, isn't it? I haven't seen it yet.
It was his. It was his. I just did Last Airbender and Afterlife, After Earth, not Afterlife, After Earth.
Oof.
No studio was going to give me any money. I self-financed. He self-financed this one. It was low budget, no money made, and it did well at the box office enough for him to be like, okay, I can go self-finance Split.
All right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, bet
I
on
can see-
himself.
I can see
Went
why.
back to his roots.
Right. And it's a pretty much more simple story than what he was doing prior to that. So,
Right.
And that's really where his career's gone since. I don't think we'll ever get another M. Night Shyamalan $100 million movie, $200 million movie. I don't think that we're ever going to get one of those ever again. I think we're now in he self-finances his movies. He
Collaborates
they do very well for him too. So I think that's where we're at with him in his career right now. And I think that he's enjoying it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I like that we're getting original and different types of movies. Now I don't love a lot of M. Night movies, but at least it's something different and unique that we're getting offered right now. Like but I really love Knock at the Cabin. Like I really loved Knock at the Cabin.
Nice.
So. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, that's a similar thing that what I've heard. As somebody said, it's actually pretty good.
I'll have to check that one out. But now let's check out the wheel before we get to that. Keith, I forgot how we do this. Do you mention who you challenged? And then
Keith's going to tell us who we challenge, and then I bring
Take it away, Keith. I just want to get to this trailer that we're about to talk about. But go ahead.
All right.
Well, good, Gio, because I'm challenging you.
What?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
So got some movies here. That's one of them. I was surprised if our list is correct. I'm surprised you hadn't seen, but yeah, each one of these I definitely want you to see. So I hope.
Are all of them director's cuts and not theatrical version?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, what am I watching? What do we got?
You have In Bruges, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Hunt for Red October, and The Untouchables.
Yes.
Is Girl with the Dragon Tattoo the Swedish or Finch's?
Oh, the David Fincher one. Yeah, sorry. That's a good question. Yeah, David Fincher.
Okay.
Curtis, I survived another week. Woohoo! 3 weeks off for me.
Although
I did watch one of my movies on my list, though. I kind
Which
of
one?
cheated. The Truman Show.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to hear about that, man.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of rooting for In Bruges because I just saw the Banshees of Inisherin.
Ooh, yeah. I wanna see that.
Fantastic movie. I really enjoyed that one. But then you got Hunt for Red October, Sean Connery, excuse me, and David Fincher, man. So we'll see. Watch me end up with The Untouchables.
You'll like
Untouchables is the best movie there.
Yeah, you'll like it.
Is it?
Isn't
Okay.
isn't Untouchables also Connery, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Untouchables is where Connery won his Oscar for.
That might be.
Untouchables
Yeah,
is
that's
a great
Oh.
movie.
might be his best performance.
I
Okay.
also
It's
haven't seen
great.
any of these 4 movies. I don't know anything about.
Oh my gosh, Sean. Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen any of these.
All right, shall we
Okay.
spin?
Well, go ahead, Brian. Take it away. Best movie on here. Is it better than Apocaflix movies?
Oh, you might get your
Oh!
Ooh, okay.
Have you seen any of his other movies other than Banshees?
Who?
So have you seen 3 Billboards or 7 Psychopaths?
7 Psychopaths. Yeah.
I have not.
I've
No,
seen
3
that.
billboards. I think that's on my list.
If you can, after you do In Bruges, do the other 2 because he has a very interesting filmography, I think.
And he
They're
only
all-
has the 4, so it's easy to get through his 4.
Yeah, but they're all kind of similar, but all very different movies. It's quite interesting how his filmography.
Is there like humor in there, like there was in Banshees, but it wasn't like
In Bruges is
And in Bruges,
pro-
yes.
In Bruges is
Yeah.
probably the quote unquote funniest where it's trying to be a comedy. 7 Psychopaths, I think is his funniest. I think it's 7 Psychopaths is my favorite of his movies. But for most people, it's probably his least. I am not a massive Martin fan. I've not really loved most of his movies. So yeah, 7 Psychopaths I think's absolutely incredible though.
All right. Well, I just made a note about that in a private chat, guys. Disregard that, Keith and Brian. Appreciate that, and stay tuned for my thoughts.
I'll
on
disregard
In
the
Bruges.
spelling error. I corrected you.
What? Oh,
7 Psychopaths, not
Psychopaths.
Psychopaths.
my bad. Oops. Okay. Well, before we get to the trailers from Super Bowl weekend, we got some breaking news. DC Elseworlds upcoming project, Joker Folie à Deux. We got a first look at Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, and this was posted within an hour ago. Brian, go ahead and bring that up right there. Oh, there she is. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinzel with Arthur Fleck. And, it's not her in makeup, but it is a first look and, get a little feel for how their chemistry is going to be. Guys, I don't want to spend too much time in this, but let's open it up. Does this image do anything for you? Are you excited about Joker Folie à Deux? Let's start with our guests. Let's go from the bottom up. Sean Wingblade, go ahead.
Does it excite me? Good question, because I haven't been paying attention. Has it been officially confirmed that she is playing Harley?
Yes.
This is
Or is it
released.
just
Yeah.
okay? I wasn't sure if that's what everyone's assuming or if it was actually confirmed ever. So that's good to know. She looks like, just from the look of her face, she looks slightly terrified, but so intrigued by whatever is obviously going on between the two at the moment.
She looks like she got smooched.
Yeah, you can see right on her top lip and below her nose too. She got that red clown makeup all over her. It looks great. She looks. I love A Star Is Born, and I thought Lady Gaga was fantastic in that. So anything she's acting in, I'm all for it. Going forward. So yeah, I'm all good. I only saw Joker one time, and that was enough. The movie was disturbing, and once was more than enough for me. I love the score. I do love the score from Godin's daughter, right? I can't remember her first name. I'm forgetting right now. Yeah, I'll see it at least once. so I'm excited for it to come out, and it looks like more of the same. I wonder if he's still going to be Joaquin himself is going to be just as gaunt as he was in the first movie, because it's like tough to keep up as a physicality. So I wonder if they'll dress him down and let him gain some weight back on. But he looks more filled out than I remember.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the answer to the good
They
question.
feed them in Arkham Prison.
Yeah.
Blended.
Look, I'm someone who didn't love Joker. I thought it was fine. Like I was really like, it's fine. Everything about this project should have me completely and utterly on board and absolutely excited. And like, oh my God, this is awesome because it's a director-driven film that one of these director-driven superhero movies that is doing something different. The fact that it's a musical is absolutely batshit insane, and I'm so excited for it. I just can't get past the Todd Phillips of it all. Like, Todd Phillips is not a good filmmaker. Like, he's just, and that's the thing that is really holding me back from being overly excited for it. It's just because I just can't. The Todd Phillips of it all is the tough part for me.
Is it the Todd Phillips drama part or any of his comedies as well?
Look, comedy is 20 years ago. Whenever it came out, 15 years ago, I thought The Hangover was absolutely hilarious. I rewatched those movies less than a year ago. They are not good. They are not good. They have aged horribly. And I think, I was never a fan of Due Date. I'm not a fan of Old School. I like a lot of his comedies just have never really landed for me. War Dogs is fine. I think War Dogs is a fine movie. I don't think it's particularly great or anything. I think Joker is probably his best movie, but that's not saying a lot for me personally.
Okay.
All right. Keith.
Well, you're I'm Sean. I'm 100% with you. I'm a big Lady Gaga fan. Like acting, I'm a fan of hers just in general. I think she makes. I've always thought her songs were pretty fun as a singer, but I think she's a spectacular actress. I really do. I don't think she gets in. I mean, I guess I don't know. It sounds crazy to say. Like, I don't think she gets enough credit. But I don't think she gets enough credit for how good an actress she is. I really don't. But because I think people do like her as an actress, but not enough. I don't think enough people really see it. But yeah, this was cool. I'm wondering if Gio, you're right. She doesn't look made up at all. I wonder if she's still Doctor here in this photo, right?
Right.
Still.
I'd imagine. I mean, I would say yeah, but
pre Harley, pre transformation, whatever it is that happens to her.
Right.
So, I'm really curious to see how she plays this character. Because the one thing I like that, well, a lot of things. I think Margot Robbie's great as this role, but and she's gotten better each time. But I do love, and we saw it in the last Suicide Squad, where like she's the smartest person in the room, often, and I want to see how Lady Gaga brings that, like shows that part of Harley Quinn that we don't often see, So, but yeah, I think it was cool. I'm not into the musical part still. I'm still not into the thing of it being a musical. I'll
Does
give it a
it
shot.
Intrigue you though?
Yeah, well, because it's her.
They're gonna go with that. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Because it's.
And remember, Joaquin Phoenix, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash.
Sure. No, yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right. And because if we get some original music from her, and she's that Top Gun song is great, So I'm pretty sure it's nominated, right? Is it nominated for her?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay. So
I thought the One Republic song should have got it over.
Yeah, same here.
Personally.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, well, we'll see. She might get another Oscar-nominated song from here, which would be crazy, but you never know. So we'll see. But I think it was cool.
Brian?
Yeah, I did not want this movie until they put her in the movie. And then I was like, oh, okay, now I kind of want to see it. I don't think you're going to get a very traditional Harley Quinn. I think this is going to be like a Coke-filled dream type movie where it's just like, what is going on?
Everything's hallucinations, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see her. So that's, I mean, I'm like, okay, cool. He was a great Joker, but I'm more interested in her and what she does, personally.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a different type of Arthur Fleck. I'm not sure who said it earlier, but I think it's not gonna be more of the same, and that's something that I can appreciate if you're gonna give us a sequel. Because I mean, did Joker really need a sequel? Probably not. But if you're gonna go about it a second way, I mean, come on now, it made $1 billion, major Oscars contender. So like, it's like as a studio, you just have to capitalize on that. Okay. And I'm glad that they're at least they at least conjured some type of different approach to it to go about the second one. That makes me excited for the genre. I mean, how many musicals do we get in the form of comic book movies? If you could call this a comic book movie, I mean, it does have a lot of elements, but
Right.
and look, I'm gonna say it again, okay? I'm gonna give you your 2024 best lead actress, Lady Gaga. Yeah, you can crucify me if that does not happen, but I'm calling it right now.
I mean,
I don't. That's not crazy. I don't think that's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
I don't
it's
think
a musical. Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna write some of their own music,
Right.
and just, I mean, this image right here just gives me more. It makes me feel good about what this story could be, the potential. So it's just an image. We'll get more as production continues along. But you guys let us know in the chat what'd you think. Okay, leave your thoughts.
When-
We love the conversation.
Is that this year or next year?
I thought it was at the end of this
No,
year.
it's October next year.
Oh, next year.
October
Okay.
next. Wow, over a year.
Yeah.
right.
Wow. Okay,
No,
so
Octo-
2025.
Yeah. No, 2024.
24.
We're in
October
23.
4th of 2024.
2023.
Is what it's
So
scheduled at.
2024.
Wow.
October 24. Batman's 25. October 25. Sadly.
Yeah.
Wow. So she'll
There
get her
can't-
Oscar in 2025.
There can't be a ton of post production on this, right? I feel like, I mean, it's not like huge, like a lot of CG, like you would
I
think.
think
like
it's got
from
more to do. I think it's got a lot more to do with where Warner Brothers is at, rather than
yeah, that's probably
Right.
true.
that. And I think they want it to be an October movie for Oscar reasons, and I don't think they can
Of
release
course.
it this year. I think it's just not going to
No.
be ready by October this year. It honestly, the movie is probably going to be ready by February next year. Like if
Oh
they
yeah, it's gonna
could,
sit there.
they could probably release it in February,
Right.
but they can't because they want it to be an Oscar movie. They want to push it, and also I think Warner Brothers is in a bit of trouble right now.
Sure.
So they're saving some money. They're trying to put things in where they think it's going to do better.
I
I'm
remember
curious.
they
if we-
wrapped. Oh, sorry, Sean. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just because I'm curious, box office wise, if we think it's going to stand up to
Ooh.
the first movie.
Hmm.
After I guess I feel like you're going to only get hit that number on rewatch. And me personally, the first movie, I didn't rewatch it, but I guess enough people did. It made over $1 billion. So
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I think it's the first one made $1 billion because one, there was the conversation around it all, and there was that I have to see it. Like it was a comic book movie. It was in 2019, which
it's a
is the other
Batman
big
character.
thing to remember. It was pre-COVID,
Yeah.
and that conversation really that I had to be part of the conversation for this one because it was a comic book movie that was having a massive conversation. So
Yeah.
people went and saw it. I don't know if that same conversation is going to be around for this one. I think this one might not be as deranged or as controversial, or if it is, people are just going to be like, I've already seen the first one. Like I was already part of that. So I think it still makes money, but I don't think it does $1 billion. I think it probably lands at around 6. I think 650 is probably where you're hitting. And that might be generous because of we're now in a post-COVID world.
Yeah.
I think
They're
Lady
gonna-
Gaga will give it legs.
Yeah.
all,
right, I was
all
about
of
to say
her
that. They
little
got-
Yeah.
monsters will
But
go
But
to
you
that.
Yeah.
look at House of Gucci. House of Gucci tanked.
Because that was absolute garbage hot trash.
I didn't watch
Well,
House of Gucci, so
It's a interesting. Here's some
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know, but I was gonna say, didn't they? I know they wrapped really quick. I know we gotta move on, but I remember they wrapped. Gio, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they wrapped Batman v Superman like early in 15, right?
Batman v
15.
Superman sat for a while. Batman and Superman was
There's a lot of
Batman and
effects.
Superman vs Superman moved because Star Wars was December, and they were not putting it up against Star Wars.
Right.
And then and then they tried to put it in May, but Marvel had already had the May date, and they went, all right, we're not going to put this up against what ultimately became Civil War.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they went early.
I'm pretty sure they both had shared the same date for about a weekend or something.
It was a couple of months. It was for a while. It wasn't
for a while.
It was
Didn't it end
it
up
was
going
one
like
of-
4th of July
but
weekend
the
or
pro-
something?
It was for a while, and it was
Oh, they had that re-release, right? They had the
quick
Ultimate Edition
history,
came out.
quick movie release date history lesson, because this is the shit that I'm really good at. It was 2014. It was just prior to Winter Soldier coming out. Captain America, it was untitled Marvel film, was coming out in May 2016.
Right.
DC moved Batman vs Superman from July 2015, because it wasn't going to be ready in time, to May 2016. But it was the same date as the
Civil War.
untitled Marvel movie, and Kevin Feige and everyone just came out, we ain't moving. And then it was released, it was leaked that was going to be a Captain America movie. Like, they hadn't announced what it was yet. They just said it was a Captain America movie. And then DC moved into 6 weeks earlier because they could not push it back again. They had to go earlier. So yeah, that's why. That's your quick history lesson. But it was they never knew it was Civil War until after it had been pushed and pulled forward, I mean.
And then later in 14, that's when they did the Sony the Spider-Man announcement that he was going to be in it, and the deal with Sony.
No, that was really that.
Was that in 14?
That was
later
like
in 14?
that was like February 15th.
That was 15. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, like it was because the leak, the Spider-Man leaks. Sorry, the Sony leaks.
That was in 14, wasn't it?
That was November 2014.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's the Sony leaks, and then it was late January, early February 2015 that the Spider-Man deal happened, because everyone was saying, is Spider-Man in Age of Ultron?
Right.
Anyway,
because they brought him out. They brought out Chadwick Boseman. They announced him as Black Panther, and
that was October 2014. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
We need the more you know to pop up.
Man. Don't you miss that MCU? Anyways, let's move on to a big time trailer, guys. That finally, I mean, you want to talk about like waiting a long time, okay? Like, my goodness, almost as long as, the Avatar sequel. We got our first full-length trailer for The Flash. Yes, it is real. It's happening. We got Michael Keaton's Batman. We got Ben Affleck's Batman. We got Michael Shannon's General Zod. We got Sasha Calle's Supergirl. We got 2 Ezra Millers in the movie as Barry Allen. We got multiverse, time travel, all sorts of things. Man of Steel references. I mean, what a trailer that was. And I'm going to reserve and let you guys talk about it for the most part, because I did the reaction, did the breakdown, which you guys can check out on the channel after you are finished watching Apocaflix now. So let's have an open conversation. Let's talk about the Flash trailer. What do we think? Go ahead. Somebody take it away.
Brian, so you weren't interested in this at all, weren't you? Yeah.
No,
but prior to this trailer, you were. That's. What do you think now?
I'm actually more interested in the Supergirl story in this than I am probably anything else.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I was like, why is Supergirl in this? And so, like, now I'm like, oh, okay. It's basically Man of Steel inside this movie, except it's Supergirl and not Superman. So that was intriguing to me. That I was kind of like, I still could care less about Ezra Miller. He just doesn't do it for me as Flash in general. Just that, not even anything outside of his real life. I just not a huge fan of his Flash.
Same.
I've never gotten on board with the funny run. I just can't.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's weird. It's like he's ice skating. It's strange.
I'm just not a huge fan of his Flash. Who am I forgetting? I mean, what am I going to say? A bad thing about Michael Keaton? Yeah, okay, no.
And Affleck, they didn't cut him out.
Affleck looks cool too.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah,
blue and gray suit.
So was I. The blue and gray suit does look cool.
Suit looks amazing.
But yeah, I'm more higher up than I was. I was at 0 for before, so I'm definitely higher than that.
Who has seen or read the Flashpoint story or the movie, the animated movie?
You say
I
haven't read it,
No,
but I know
you
the
know-
story and I've seen the
Okay.
movie. Yes.
Okay.
So
I've seen the
Supergirl is
animated.
basically taking the
Taking the
Superman
place of
role.
Kal-El,
Yeah,
yeah.
the place. Yeah.
But it seems like she's older, at least from that one scene where she's like, "My name is Kara." Like she can actually speak to it, which we didn't get in the Flashpoint story beat.
Right.
Superman up and or Kal-El, not even
Yeah,
Superman,
he said-
Kal-El
he said,
up and just
friend.
dipped.
You know, he
Yeah.
was saying like
Yeah,
one word.
He
friend.
couldn't. Yeah, right. Yeah, he couldn't talk. That's right.
So it was interesting. And if they are actually going to cut out all of the Aquaman stuff and all of the other cameos, which we've gotten reports of, I'm curious because I feel like, hey, if we are resetting the universe, leave the cameos in and just make it clear that we're doing a reset. Just make the cameos whatever they were going to be, unless they were setting up for another movie. Like,
I think that's the problem. I think
the ones that are staying are the ones that they took out. That's what I think.
But Henry Cavill's
Wait,
not
you
staying.
think the
Henry
ones?
Cavill's done.
Henry Cavill's
You think
not
the
in
ones
this, is
that
he?
Henry Cavill was in it.
He did
so
show
was
might be
Gal
in it.
Gadot. Henry
Yeah.
Cavill and
Yeah.
Gal Gadot were both in it as well.
Yeah.
There
but
was a
they-
Justice League scene in this movie that they've cut out.
Oh, I thought they ripped out everything Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill in the movie.
Yeah, that's what
There
we're
was.
They
that's
did.
what we're
Yeah.
saying. They
They did.
were.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I see what I said. Okay,
Well,
now-
there's
yeah.
an image of Supergirl carrying someone up into space.
It's our Barry Allen. Well,
Oh, is
I
it?
mean,
Okay.
it's
'Cause
the
I
DCU
thought-
Barry
Prime.
Allen.
I was holding out hope that it might be Henry Cavill and she's holding him up to the sun.
Keith,
Look,
it's
Cavill's
finally
gone.
them going like this with Ezra. Throw him in
yeah,
Uh,
right.
Ca-
She's gonna throw him into the sun.
Cavill is done. Like Blendon said, Cavill's done. You know,
Yeah.
that's it. You don't want to pour salt on that wound. Okay, any more salt on that wound, and we'll see him in Kingdom Come in about 10 years. So.
I think I agree with that. Yeah.
I was responding to Jane on Twitter about the other Ezra being Reverse Flash.
I think
Possibly
that's
being-
where I was.
100%.
Yeah,
And I like that theory. I didn't think about it, but he is wearing his colors. You know, the black, the black and
Yeah.
yellow. And I'm like,
When
oh,
he-
that makes,
jacket.
yellow and-
Yeah.
that makes too much
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of like that theory. And then we see the
Foreshadowing.
scene do with when their feet come together, and that's definitely a darker. I haven't like analyzed it, but it's definitely a darker type of suit. So it could be a hey, let's work together, and then boom, knife in the
That
back.
is, I'm just gonna refer to him as Keaton's Flash. Okay, that's Keaton's Flash right there because we saw the one of the very first stills that Andy Muschietti posted. It was Keaton's bat suit,
Batman
but
suit
it
with
was
the Flash
spray painted
colors,
with the Flash logo right there. So I think that's how he's gonna suit up and whatnot. And in the trailer, we see him get his powers. So
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, Blendon.
all right.
Let it out.
This movie okay. The lessons Hollywood learnt from Force Awakens are still still driving me up the wall because I'm someone who really loved Force Awakens. I think Force Awakens is a very, very good movie.
Same.
Mhm.
The problem that Hollywood learnt from Force Awakens was, just put Han Solo saying Chewie, we're home, and that's all you need.
Sure.
No, the reason Chewie, we're home, and the reason why all of that works so well is because the characters within the movie idolized Han Solo. That's why you gave us 3 characters who naturally, with the way the story has been told, has spent 30 years idolizing these characters, Luke, Leia, and Han, the way that the audience do. So when Han turns up and goes, Chewie, we're home, we have that same experience that the characters do.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel, DC, the way the two of them so far are trying to have that same moment is by cheapening it with multiverse. The problem is none of these characters have any sort of reference the way we do to seeing Keaton. So Keaton coming on saying, I'm Batman, these characters don't. Who is Keaton's Batman to Ezra Miller?
Well, it seemed like Ezra too knew because he fainted.
Okay,
right?
but Ezra 2 isn't our character. Isn't the one?
Sure,
Isn't the
I agree with
audience surrogate of who? So that's one problem I have with it. It's the same problem I have with No Way Home. No Way Home, I think, has the way that it frames those intro scenes is as bad as this one. Like the way that that Michael Keaton is framed when he says I'm Batman just looks awful. It's I just was sitting there like, really?
You mean
That's how you do
like camera work, like framing.
Yeah, like as in, you know, he's standing in the middle. It looks like a Super Bowl commercial.
It's a close-up shot.
It looks like someone paid Michael Keaton $10 million or $2 million for a Super Bowl commercial to come on and say and dress up as the bat suit while promoting a Capital One card or something. Like that's what it looks like.
Oh,
It's
you went
not
Batman and Robin route. Oof.
that just didn't feel like I'm Batman. Like that this is a movie and he's back. It just didn't. It was like this feels like an SNL skit. And that's kind of where I'm at with a lot of the framing of how they're doing. And I don't get it because Andy Muschietti is a very talented filmmaker. So, like, again, could be taking one scene completely out of context and in the actual movie it's shot differently or lighted differently. That's fine. But in this trailer, that shot's terrible. And
the way it's edited, yeah.
A lot of these movies now, and I don't know if it's a COVID thing, and I cannot wait. Mission Impossible is going to be the movie that proves it for me about whether or not COVID has really limited the amount of filmmaking directors were able to do, or if these superhero movies have just gotten so lazy that they're just doing mid close-ups, and that's all they're doing. Because it's just quick, easy, go in, go out. I've got the actor for half an hour. Go in, go out, shoot that, because that's all I can do with the time I have. And that's not laziness on the directors. That's you're pushing too much to do. And I totally get that. Mission Impossible is going to be the one that proves to me, oh no, in COVID, you could direct movies. Because it's going to be the first one we've really seen from a talented filmmaker that made one of these blockbusters in a post-COVID world using and was like, we've seen what he's done pre-COVID, and is it going to be the same post-COVID? And if it's not, okay, I will take back a lot of my criticisms of filmmaking because COVID clearly had an impact. But that's just where I'm at right now. And this isn't just on The Flash. This is on a lot of where both the MCU and DC movies are going in their filmmaking approach is just, oh, you are really just doing mid shots for what should be epic moments. And they're not. They're just like, oh, this feels like an SNL skit. Anyway, that's how I really felt.
The closer they zoom, the less of the green screen, the green room they have to CG out, because everything is filmed in a green room nowadays.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, there's
I hate
nothing about it
seeing-
felt real, and like he even has that half cocked. What the fuck am I doing here? Look, like it just, I don't know.
He's
Yeah,
collecting a paycheck. I hate
a
seeing behind the
paycheck.
scenes photos of even pre-COVID, like of like the Justice League and stuff like that. Where it's like, did you have a real set anywhere? Was there a single real set anywhere?
Yeah.
Just everything is so CGI nowadays, and that's stylized, right? It's the style of the filmmaker. And I'm not super familiar with a lot of Andy Muschietti's work. I haven't seen the It movie, so I'm not the one to ask about it. But the most intriguing thing about this whole movie is how much Warner Brothers and DC as a whole is willing to put on the line for such a problematic star, because they believe so effing much in this movie that they are willing to risk it all and stand behind their person, like, because this movie is that damn good. And I'm like, holy crap, well, all right, prove it to me. I like it. It does make me more excited to see like just how staunch and firm that they are standing to get this movie out.
Well,
and
I mean,
not recast and not do reshoots and all this stuff.
James Gunn came out,
or make a wash of it like they did with Batgirl and however many other things.
right? Because if this movie was not good at all, I mean, what do we know about David Zaslav? Right? He's gonna axe it. Right?
So, look, the problem this movie had from the start, when like, I'm not gonna murder Warner Brothers for releasing this movie the way they are. Like, there isn't really any choice that they had. They couldn't cancel this. They couldn't do a Batgirl to this because Batgirl cost $30 million. This cost nearly 300. After all the restarts, after everything they've done, investors would sue them until Kingdom Come. Like, you can't reset this movie. They have to release this.
Yeah.
Which means you can't then funnel even more money to reboot to reshoot the whole thing, because that's gonna cost another $100 million.
No, you can't.
And no investor's paying that right now.
I just want to plug Robert Sheehan in all the close-up shots and take Ezra out. That's what
fair. But like,
I love Robert Sheehan. He's great.
And I think at the point we are, so I understand why they have to release this movie, because they will be sued to Kingdom Come. They cannot do. They can't do with what they did with Batgirl. Now, what they did with Batgirl, I think, is bullshit and complete, and is absolutely awful, and is making is put them into a PR battle with this movie more than anything. And I think that's the PR battle of their own making more than anything. But I understand why they have to do what they're doing, because otherwise this thing's going to make 300. Like, realistically, I think this thing will do well. I don't think it's going to do gangbusters. I think it's still going to make money despite the Ezra Miller stuff. But I also think that they kind of knew that. And I think that that's kind of why they had to make this choice, because if it doesn't, they would get sued way more money than we would ever make.
Yeah.
Is this property and The Flash a bigger star than the supposed superstardom of The Rock and Black Adam not making its nut back? Like, is this movie guaranteed to make its money back?
Yeah,
versus Black Adam.
I 100% think. Yeah, go ahead.
Black Adam was watchable, but I don't want to see it again. It wasn't offensive. But
the marketing for Black Adam,
star.
Yeah, the marketing for Black Adam was just. It was trying to make it this big deal, but like, I don't know if it was the trailers or just The Rock, thinking he's bigger. It was
The Rock,
DC.
Put it this way. Put it this way. There's a reason a week before the movie came out, they were marketing a post-credit scene.
Right.
Oh, there's a reason.
All he talked about at the end of the press tour, like the last third of his press tour, World Global Tour, was Superman.
That was like day 2.
I want to fight Superman. It was like, wow, what am I seeing here? Like,
I've never seen a post-credit scene. I've never seen a post-credit scene being that leaked that early, and the studio not try and hide it. They were marketing this movie on a 30-second post-credit scene because they
Which
knew,
is odd because a month later they announced that he's not coming back. So,
but
Right.
because
this was pre James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Right.
Like,
yeah, but they knew this
before.
thing wasn't making money. But that's also because The Rock doesn't make money anymore. The Rock's not a draw card and hasn't been in America for about 7 years.
I think because I think it's because we see him so much now.
No, he's a draw card in China. He's been a
so
draw card.
accessible.
He's been a draw card in China and Asia for the last decade.
Right.
He's not in the US anymore, and he hasn't been for a while.
And Black Adam really, I mean, you want to talk about shut your mouth and know your role? Like, damn, like you thought you were taking over DC or you were going to have your corner. It couldn't have gone any worse. It could not have gone any worse. But yeah, Sean, I think the movie makes $1 billion. I'm saying it right now. And I know I'm wearing the shirt, the sweater, and the poster and all that. But like, this is still, for all of its, flaws, subjectively speaking, it still has Michael Keaton's Batman. That was very much an announcement to the general audience who had no idea that Michael Keaton was even coming back as Batman. And I think, with the Ezra Miller stuff, those of us who do videos and watch videos, we're probably, a little more critical than the general audience who has no clue. I think, Blendon, you were on last time when I talked about this. They don't know who Ezra Miller is. You talk about Ezra Miller and be like, who? As opposed to...
There's people in Hollywood who don't know what happened with Ezra Miller. There's people who... Like, the Ezra Miller story isn't as mainstream as a lot
Johnny
of
Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah, it's not that. And
not even close to that.
I think Aquaman's going to have a bigger problem than this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, Keith, get in here. Come on, tell me about the Flash trailer. Tell me how much you loved it. Okay, spread the love. It's Valentine's Day. Come on, man.
I did love it. I did, and having seen this trailer, like it's like okay, I can all the stuff we've been hearing behind the scenes about it, how much everyone loves it at Warner Brothers and James Gunn. I know you saw, but he posted, he said he loves this movie so much and he can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah,
which I thought okay, that's cool. But watching the trailer, I immediately went, oh wow, okay, I get it. It's a trailer, but it does look pretty exciting, pretty spectacular. But Michael Shannon, that blew me away. I had no idea. I didn't even hear about that. But to take that, to incorporate
I sat on that for a year.
I just loved it. I was gonna message you too and say, when did you find out about this? But I love the twist on the Kingdom. I'm sorry, the Flashpoint story.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we were wondering, is going to be the war between the Amazonians and
that's
Atlanteans.
one of the many missed opportunities with the DCU. Don't
they can maybe do that later. It's establish those two worlds better. But but this is a great twist on that. It's like he goes back, saves his mom, and then creates a timeline where there's no metahumans and the Kryptonians come and invade, and there's no one there to defend them, or at least they think there's no one there. Obviously, Kara's been locked up in I'm curious to see that twist on it, where she fills the Superman role, where I guess the government took her right away and kept.
So to my understanding, Kara crash landed. Government took her, kept her underneath
in a Red Sun prison, or whatever.
And the universe that General Zod is in, he won.
Right.
There are no meta.
But it seems like though there is a Batman, and it's the Michael Keaton Batman. So I wonder if it's. I'm wondering, is this continuation of the '89 Batman world, and the Kryptonians showed up?
We might. Zod may not have won yet. We might be hopped right into Zod's landing when he comes.
That's what it looks like.
We might have been dumped back in 2013 when Zod first showed up on Earth.
Well, I mean,
they're showing the ship doing the terraforming, where it's trying to terraform Earth.
In the trailer, he says to Kara, "We've been waiting for you."
Right.
Like as if she was gonna. I don't know. Like I don't know how that's gonna play out.
Well, it seems
clearly.
Remember, they went to Earth because they were looking for Kal-El, so they're clearly looking for her. Maybe they went to Earth because they're looking for.
They're looking for the Kryptonian. Yeah.
Right. They found out she's
Kryptonian.
there, and
Yeah. And
so that's really intriguing. That's a great twist on the story, which I'm impressed with that. I'm really now I'm back on board. I was like, I remember when we did our most anticipated movies last year. I had it at I think number 2, maybe 2 or 3. Then all the crazy stuff started happening. I was like, I don't care about this movie anymore, Brian. I was kind of getting interested more towards your area, but now I'm back on board. I'm in. You know what? I can't wait to see this now. So,
Brian,
Yes.
the Flash trailer, like anything in particular you want to talk
first.
about? As far as like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get more into the trailer, like like what we saw.
love that
there,
great.
like
Somebody
away
already
from
mentioned
the Warner Bros. Political stuff and finances and whatnot. Like within the trailer, was there anything that drew your curiosity, or like, other than Sasha Calle's Supergirl, like what's going on?
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile
mean,
reveal.
Yeah.
We saw some great shots of it. Yeah,
That's my favorite Batmobile. I literally had that toy growing up, so I was very excited to see that. I think I'm just very like, I'm not gonna put expectations on it. I'm not gonna say it looks like the greatest thing ever. I'm not gonna say also now that it looks like trash. So I'm just gonna kind of ride the wave and see what comes of it. I did get very much more excited seeing Michael Shannon in there. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
Once I saw that, I went, oh, like I was like, okay, like I'm excited
the
to
shot
see him
where
again.
Supergirl punches him right in the face.
Mhm.
Oof, man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for the Supergirl stuff, which is funny because I was not like, I'm not a huge, like, I have never been a huge Supergirl fan. I always just kind of was like, okay, we just needed another Kryptonian type situation. But with what James Gunn's doing with that story has piqued my interest. And then now what I'm seeing out of this is piquing my interest. I'm excited to dive into this Supergirl, whatever it comes of it.
I hope they can find a way to reuse Sasha Calle too in the future and give her the storyline of Woman of Tomorrow.
Sean,
what
I
are
swear
the
I was
chances
just
of
about
that?
to say,
Like,
is she going
what
to be,
needs to happen?
So she, because they're doing,
end of the movie.
they announced Supergirl, right? Like they're going to do a Supergirl
Yeah.
thing,
Supergirl World of Tomorrow.
but they haven't announced her. Like,
No, they haven't announced the character.
She might, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if she is. Like,
right,
but
I want to get into all of this. I haven't read many of the comics that they suggest, James Gunn and like Coy John Drew and like a lot. Okay, yeah. So I want to get into reading those, and we have years before that movie's going to come out. But from what I understand, it's a cosmic adventure, a la Star Wars, right? Inspired by that. So it doesn't have to take place on Earth. So we could easily just end credit scene. Let's throw her back through the timeline, whatever Ezra the Flash does to reset the world and the universe. Throw her back in the cosmos and let her do that storyline.
Well, you know what? I will say
on a chunk of Krypton.
There's a great Superman comic called Superman Up and Away, which is exactly it's Superman. There's a thing that happens on Earth, and somebody comes to Batman and says, "Hey, there's this thing going on," and he tells Superman. Superman goes off into space and has this whole cosmic adventure thing that you're talking about all across the universe, trying to figure out what's going on. So it would be cool if they do incorporate some of that into the Supergirl story. That would be cool. That would be really cool. So I would recommend that. Superman Up and Away.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing about this Flash movie that I'll be paying attention to is like, well, I mean, it'll be in the back of my mind. Like, how is this movie going to end? Like, what is the epilogue going to be like? How will the DC universe? I mean, you never know. I mean,
maybe, yeah.
This, I mean, like we know Ben Affleck's Batman is going to be pretty much done after this one, and like, how does it end? How does the quote unquote Snyderverse conclude?
Right.
Like, this is very bittersweet for me because I've been a obviously big fan of the DCEU and a defender even of the unpopular projects, and I just love that there's so much Snyderverse, there's so much DCEU in this movie, and they're not shying away from it. If anything, they're kind of celebrating it one last time. I mean, you have the guys who did the visual effects for Snyder Cut. They were handpicked to come on board and do this project, and they talked about how much they enjoyed it. The story is great, and it's just, I think it's going to be, for some of us, it's going to be bittersweet, and
Sure,
I think it's going to be a hit. If anything
Absolutely.
else, for Michael Keaton's Batman. So
listen, Gio, you said 4 years ago, you said Aquaman would make $1 billion. I thought you were nuts. I still owe you a movie ticket for that. So
buy my ticket on Flash.
I got you.
Buy
Remind me. I got you.
buy my fourth showing of the Flash. Okay, so
Okay.
because
Let me know. I got you.
yeah. So
and the fact that they're still releasing this movie prior to Aquaman 2, which is interesting. So this is not going to be the end of the Snyderverse. We're still going to have Aquaman 2 to come out afterwards.
Sure.
And how is that
Sure.
going to
Yeah.
play?
They
Is
moved
that going to
Did they
be
push-
in the new universe?
Did they
It's like
move
December.
Wasn't Aquaman supposed to be this?
They've flip flopped him
It's
now.
this-
I think three
they,
times.
They flipped it. Yeah.
Yeah, so originally Flash was originally going to be either October, I think
22,
October
right?
last
That's right.
year,
Right.
and
We got London here.
Aquaman, and then Aquaman was
Like December or something?
December,
Yeah.
and then they pushed Flash because of the whole Ezra Miller shit and also Warner Brothers was broke
Right.
to July or to June, sorry, and then they reshot the Ben Affleck scene in Aquaman because it was now coming out beforehand. And then they pushed Aquaman a full 12 months. And now
Why did they do that?
because Warner Brothers is broke. and they
Because it's
couldn't release
Warner
it.
Brothers.
And but
That's all you
also
need to know.
they
Hey, come on
also
now.
I
Release
think
dates change all the time.
no, the other big reason that I don't think
Like a
anyone
Multiverse of
really
Madness.
talks about is Avatar was very, very, very similar to what Aquaman's going to be.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
And they
Sure.
were just like, we're not putting him out in the same time. And there isn't a major film coming out in December this year. Like going in, there wasn't. So because Star Wars had been canceled, there isn't a Marvel movie at the end of the year, which I think I said this on the show at one on this show. I think Marvel's is getting pushed. I really do. Like I will be shocked if Marvel's
You
comes
said
out
that
in
last
July.
time. Yeah.
He literally just came out today and said the date though.
Oh,
So he literally just said it today.
Who
So
fight
the
you?
Marvels?
Yeah, he just literally said.
Well,
can't
I
wait for
mean-
you guys to see it on July 28th.
But then again,
yeah.
remember that Marvel loves the movies where they like literally throwing in our face the title and then the date and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
The
same.
reason why is just that Disney do not have a movie between after July this year. That's it. That's their
Really?
last movie this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, look, I'm at a point where Marvel, where I think this movie's going to be fun. I think there is going to be stuff about this movie that is fun, cool, unique. I just am also like I don't really love everything about it.
Sure.
I
I
forgot you
get
saw
that.
Blue Beetle too.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle, I'm very
That's
excited
right.
for.
That's right. That's
Blue
right.
Beetle.
I'm hyped for
man.
Blue Beetle.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for Blue
Comic-Con.
Beetle because of Jolo too. I love me some Cobra Kai, so I'm excited for him to get his own movie.
Gordon, I don't want to just watch the breakdown that I did on the channel and
Follow Insider Geo, and you will get all the answers you need.
Yeah,
That's a
DM
good
me,
question.
Phantom United, and
I do think that is. And I was going to bring that up. I think that is a Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
They did a
100%.
similar-ish thing on the series.
Right, with the face swapping. Yeah.
Right, but I think that might be what's going on there.
all right. Well, as much as I would love to continue this conversation going for another hour, we do have to move on. We have some other trailers to talk about. I know the guys are excited for this one. We got a full trailer before Super Bowl of Fast X, the what do you call it? The penultimate of the
Yeah.
saga.
Yeah, penultimate.
Yeah. So they say the beginning of the end, and
Fast
most
10
of the
your
crew,
seatbelts.
Fast
called it.
10, yeah, or Fast X, I guess. Missed opportunity. But we got, what was it, like a 4-minute trailer? I mean, that
Yeah.
was
It was
It was
long,
long,
as
right?
hell.
Yeah, right.
loaded.
Can I please start this one?
Yeah,
Here's the
hang
whole
on.
movie.
So we got a 4-minute trailer. We got Jason Momoa as the antagonist, Dante. We got Brie Larson, who is seemingly playing one of the good guys, one of the good gals. And Toretto's back, his son, everybody, with the exception of maybe some surprises, everyone is back who was in for 9. Blunden, go ahead. Take it away. How great
Okay.
was this trailer?
This trailer is absolutely awful. Like, this is an awful trailer that is really terribly edited together.
That I agree.
The plot is Fast 7 all over again. Like, they're literally just doing Fast 7 again.
Someone from
Everything
Dom's past.
everything about it should be awful. And like, this trailer is terrible. Whatever, Momoa looks so weird, and just like, what have you done to Jason Momoa? He looks weird. I don't care. I'm so
gave him a
excited for this
mustache.
movie. I'm so excited for these movies. I don't care. Like, and they're awful. I don't know why I'm excited for this one in particular, because most of them I have not liked, except 5, 6, and half of 7. And then I just don't care. I really enjoyed 9, and this movie's going to be absolutely terrible. But I don't care. I'm so excited. There's something about these franchises that is just, this is so stupid that I am just on board.
Hey,
I wonder,
like,
I wonder if
the
we're going to
general
get a
audience
zip,
has
zip
proven.
line
Oh, sorry.
as
Go
long.
ahead.
I wonder if we're going to get a zip line as long as the one John Cena hung on. Was it through like Italy or Vienna or something?
Yeah.
Some
Shoot,
European
if it's not
country. they were
that,
in at
it's
the time?
runways, man. Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
the,
Right,
the,
right.
Airport
the
runway.
longest runway.
6 mile long
history.
runway. Yeah.
Gal Gadot's still sitting on the runway.
like I said, this trailer is terrible. This is an awful trailer. Like, it is so badly edited. It is like, they show you everything that is in this movie. It is a god awful trailer. It's one of the worst major studio trailers I have ever seen. Of how did you release this? But I don't care. I'm still excited for this movie. Like, it's just one of those, like, I don't care. You could have literally had 3 minutes of Vin Diesel coming out and saying, this is a Fast and Furious movie, and I still would have been like, I don't care. I'm so excited for this god awful piece of crap.
They had a trailer drop event in LA, I think it was.
Yeah, they did
At
the
a
same thing
theater
for X.
the
They
night
did
before.
for 9. They did the same thing
Okay.
for 9.
Oh my god.
I think that the whole movie is going to boil down to that one final race at the end. Like, we're
Yes.
going to see that is the final scene. That's the final sequence. Is that one? It's going to come down to just a street race at the end.
But you got to
No-
remember, this thing's going
no
to
one
end
has
on a
to die.
cliffhanger. There's going to be a big cliffhanger.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it is.
Someone's dying on some big giant fucking cliffhanger, and
Well, Jason Momoa is going to join the team. He's
Dying.
going to be on the team in
Yes.
the next movie.
Right.
For a
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Not-
antagonist is gonna join the team.
They always
whether
join
it's
the team.
Deckard Shaw, Owen Shaw,
Right.
or Charlize Theron. Not yet. I mean,
No,
she's
yeah.
I
so
think
close
she
Maybe.
will be the last villain.
Yeah,
I think she
I
will
know. I
still
think
continue to be last.
her and Momoa are the main villains of the next movie. I think that's
not Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. That's what
They're not getting Robert Downey Jr.
But
Look,
Blood, what
I
if they
think
do?
I think so.
They
I
do.
think they could.
they're not
Oh,
getting
Blood
Robert.
As a billionaire Elon type of character,
Right.
Oh, yes.
I
100%.
would not hate it just because it would just be another layer of batshit crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just like, how did they get Downey? But anyways, Brian, what'd you think of Fast X, man? The trailer, unless you saw the movie.
No, exact sentiments of Jacobs. This movie looks so stupid, but so right up my alley at the same time. Like, I'm gonna go see it in 40x, like, and just literally just be like this the whole entire time.
I'm making sure I'm ordering beers because that was my one mistake with F9. I did not order, and then when Tyrese avoided all that gunfire. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh God, I hope he gets hit with the gunfire this time. I can't stand his character. But yeah, no, what do you need to expect from these movies? You already know they're going to be batshit crazy. Like they
already went to space.
Exactly. So I mean,
sentient cars. They got sentient car. That's the
if a transformer shows up,
if the Transformers show up, oh my god.
Yeah,
I need to see Dom riding a Dinobot.
Yeah, like if he all of a sudden says like Autobots assemble, then I'm gonna probably I might lose it. But the other, I mean, whatever. I don't even care at this point.
Right.
I'm still gonna end up seeing it.
I think everyone does. I mean, like we know what this saga is. Okay, we if you haven't figured it out after like 5 movies since Fast 5, not I guess you include Hobbs and Shaw as well, but like we know what this is. Okay, the general audience sometimes they just want movies where you just turn off your brain and you just want to hang out with the family. Okay, that's it. Okay, you want to hang out with the family. With the family, if that makes sense.
You need a barbecue. You need a good barbecue to go to. And a Corona. Cold Corona.
The Corona. Yeah.
There you go. Cold Corona. Keith, Fast X. How much are you looking forward to it?
Right, listen, I'm going to continue my streak of never seeing these movies in theater. But I do want to see it. But it's going to be a rental or HBO Max as soon as it comes on. Like I did with 9 a few months ago. Watched 9 and I went again. You know what? I'm glad I didn't go to theater to see this because it was just at this point. I think people are just tuning in to see how much sillier and sillier these movies are getting. What kind of goofy stuff they're going to do? Like that's the only reason. At this, I don't. Brian saying just like I don't care. Like whatever, unless someone actually dies, you know. And even then, I mean, whatever. But I think what they should do is. Everyone die and
explode the whole world.
Yeah, like you said about the last one. Yeah, just kill everyone, and then they're all just back in the next one, and then nobody, whatever. But or they prove it's a magic.
The power of family resurrects them from
those crosses are magic, right?
Yeah. Until Ezra Miller shows up as the Flash to reset the universe.
Right.
Oh boy,
that's the crossover.
Yeah, right.
Keith,
whatever.
Keith, can you at least join us all? For the last one, the very last one, can you join us in the theater so we can cap off this 25-year journey? I can't believe I'm saying that.
That's asking a lot. That's asking a lot. I've gone 10 movies and not seeing them in theaters. I don't want to break that. Maybe for the last one, maybe.
For all the criticisms of this saga, I mean, the fact that it has lasted this long and like it's still very much in the conversation, there's something to be said. Right, Wing Blade, take it away.
I'm so speaking of what Keith said. I can't remember who was there with us. I know Jake was there. We saw 9 in IMAX downtown. I can't remember who was there with us.
I think I might have been
the
there.
only reason we saw it in IMAX was because there was the 5-minute preview to Jurassic World Dominion. Otherwise, we would have just gone to like the regular cinema.
Okay, I wasn't at that one, so
okay. And I'm still mad I paid that extra $5 for the IMAX version of 9.
Right.
But it's silly fun. As long as you go into it knowing exactly what it is, then you can come out on the other end having a good time. I mean, I'll see it in theaters because I got the Cinemark pass. we get some free tickets.
Yeah.
I'm not taking my kids, so it'll just be me going alone or meeting up with a group, and it'll be a good time.
Oh, 100%, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna meet up. We're gonna have some beers, and we're just gonna laugh, and it's gonna be a live audience, man. Say what you want about these movies,
listen, audience. It should be. It's like watching The Room. Like when you go watch The Room, and you just
throw spoons,
talking to right. That's what these movies.
We gotta throw our NOS cans. We gotta throw NOS cans at the screen.
By the way, Gordon, Momoa is actually playing Fast 5, the main bad guy. That's his. I think that's his son.
He said it's his son. Right?
Yeah.
They've superimposed scenes from 5. They put Momoa in the, which looks, all right. It looks kind of goofy.
Look at that. Momoa looks so weird.
Right.
It looks so weird.
He's dressed like having a beard and
yeah.
It's just-
Yeah,
I liked
it
when he
goes-
drove by on the motorcycle, though. That was
He
believable.
said, "Boom."
Yeah.
He had that
He
Winter
got
Soldier thing.
The ball
The-
going down. Yeah.
yeah.
John
Right.
John Cena picks up a guy, literally throws him through the hardwood floor. And I
Right,
think he
the
goes
floor.
through multiple floors.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm gonna
Damn.
laugh. Okay, one thing that I will find absolutely hilarious, and I could imagine them doing it, but I also I could see Vin Diesel being vindictive enough to do it, but I could also see Universal saying no fucking way, is to establish Momoa as a genuine threat. He kills Dwayne Johnson at the start of the movie.
oh, that would be
off
a huge
screen,
middle
like-
finger.
Off
Oh,
screen,
man.
yeah.
Because
The Rock
you got to
and all
remember,
that.
Dwayne Johnson's the one who actually killed him. So like I could see them. I could see Vin wanting to do that, but also see Universal saying "fuck no," like that is not happening.
We want to work with this actor in
I
the
think
future. Okay.
They put out something that said there's not going to do another Hobbs and Shaw movie, right? So
Well, Dwayne Johnson said he's not going to
he's
do
not.
another.
okay.
Oh, he's
being
no,
very-
Dwayne
do it
Johnson
then.
said, okay, look, Dwayne Johnson
he
has said
needs
he
it.
won't work with Vin anymore. He won't come back for one of these. Black Adam changed things. Black Adam may have
Yeah.
made Dwayne
Maybe.
Johnson go.
That's what I was gonna
You know
say, yeah.
what?
Could be
Humbled
true.
him a
I
little
need
bit.
the money.
Mm.
Yeah.
Especially if
like-
this XFL thing doesn't work out.
I was going to
man.
say, let him focus on
might
the
need, he
Inferior
might
Amount.
need a hit, which might be the okay.
Yeah.
I'll come back for 9. Like I'll come back for 11. Like he might need that hit. So yeah.
Ooh, get him versus Cena
Man.
again. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah. Let's wrap this one up, guys. Let us know your thoughts on Fast X. Okay, if you're gonna watch it, or are you just done with this saga? I mean, I can't blame you after for 9, but
I
yeah,
do
we're
think
gonna move
there's
on.
a chance Brie Larson might be a bad guy.
I was
I
about to
think
say,
she.
I think
Go
there's a
ahead.
chance.
what were you going to say, Gio?
I thought she would. I think she's. I'm pretty sure she's O'Connor's sister.
Right.
That's
for
what I was
sure.
about to say. Yep. That's what I
she's
heard on
working
another
for
show.
Mr. Nobody. and
I think
she's
she-
O'Connor. I think she's O'Connor.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone else mentioned in the chat. I'm not going to scroll it, but Alan Richardson too. I love me some.
Yeah,
Alan
right.
Richardson, and he deserves
a
so
villain.
much more.
He's a henchman. I'll put money
he
on that.
deserves so much more than he gets, though. There you go, Shane. So I hope he gets a meaty part, or at least something to like show off. I love.
They're
him.
gonna let
So-
Momoa kill him. Just so
Well,
it's be like,
certainly-
oh, big
certainly
guy.
more
Cena-
than,
Cena's the. I think Cena's the big death. I think Cena is the. This makes it personal.
Right.
You know, because and I think that's the big death that comes in this movie.
Gio, you're going to say Scott Eastwood, Gio?
Scott, I
Yeah.
forgot he was in. Damn.
Because it's just
Oh, God.
it's the same type of thing, where they
Still waiting for Jesse and Leon to show up again, man. They're long gone. You're right. All right,
been in
so
witness
we got one more trailer to get through to get through. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We're running short on time, so what do we think? Brian and I did a trailer reaction with Jake on the channel, so let me go to Keith, Jacob, and Sean. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What's up?
All the tears.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the
All the
tears.
tears. Okay.
People like to hate on Chris Pratt, and everyone can have their own feelings about him. That's fine. He does play the character well as far as
Yes.
Star Lord, and first Guardians movie is top 5 superhero movies for me, and
Ooh, cool.
probably
Okay.
number 2 Marvel movie. I love it. It's great, and
Yeah.
because of how I think the only reason number 2 isn't as good as the first one is because it had such high expectations to live up to, and it just couldn't reach the same height. But it's still damn good. I still love it. So I'm very excited about number 3. And you can see the scenes in the trailer when he's crying over someone's dead body. Like, and I think this whole thing's going to be emotional. And all the actors have been saying, like, this is us saying goodbye. I'm just wondering. I'm not wondering who's dying. I'm wondering how many of them are going to die, because
Yeah,
they're going to
it's gonna be
say
at least 2.
I think the Guardians of the Galaxy will come back. I don't think these Guardians are going to come back.
No.
Right.
Maybe
He's
one
already
or
said
two
that,
will
yeah.
join a various team, but I think that we'll get a whole new team, 5 years down the road, something in phase 7 or something like that. it's emotional either way, and I can't wait to see. I really hope we do get a live action Bradley Cooper and a live action Vin Diesel at some point in the MCU. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And also maybe a non-makeuped Karen Gillan too. I think there'd be room for her to play another character.
That's fair. You could get away
She's
with
great.
that.
Yeah, I would like to see more. I think I don't say what I don't think. I don't think Rocket or Groot are going to die. I think we're going to get happy endings for those two, in my opinion.
Well, Groot already died, so you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could, but you know,
they're not going to separate them again. Like I think they're going to get happy.
Yeah.
You don't. Oh, you disagree? I don't think so. I think one or both of them will have a happy ending. I think, in my opinion. The others, maybe we might have to.
I think Mantis is safe also.
Yeah.
Man,
okay. Yeah. Sure.
I'm
excited to see your character.
Personally, I've always thought that they couldn't kill Rocket because why would you? Like, it's a CGI it's a CGI character that you don't have to pay an actor for the face. Like, so I thought Rocket wouldn't. The last four MCU movies trailers have spoiled a big moment in the trailers. This trailer spoils a big moment. I think Rocket's dead. I think this trailer spoiled Rocket's death because every single trailer has spoiled a big moment in the last four trailers. I think this one did the exact same.
Well, but see, and I always go back to the Civil War, the Winter Soldier trailer, like where they showed Nick Fury dead. Like, well, you know, Nick Fury's not going to die. They put it in the trailer. They showed Civil War. They did it with Rhodey in Civil War.
Yeah,
they just I that's the only reason I disagree. You know,
no, and that's I agree. I just think where Marvel is at right now, they're in a very different era of marketing than they were pre-Endgame.
Yeah.
And I think that is where we're at right now in the way that they're marketing their movies feels very much like they're not caring about spoilers.
Oh my
anymore.
God. So you think they would put a character a death in the trailer?
They've done it. Well, they spoil the big cameos in Doctor Strange.
They did.
For
Ragnarok, with the Hulk.
They spoil several They spoiled several major moments in Thor in Love and Thunder. They spoiled several major moments from Black Panther. They've spoiled major moments in Ant-Man. So I think they have. I think they don't care anymore.
Oh my goodness.
I think the new regime in Disney, and I know Bob Iger's is now technically back, but that we won't see the outcome of that for another couple of months because of the way that
the previous
studio system works. Yeah. I think Lesser Bob didn't care and just was like, Bob. I want more and more. I put spoilers in because that's what gets people into the cinemas, and
that's crazy.
I really genuinely think that it's coming.
I think it's a red herring. I trust. This is literally the last character I want dead because they're my favorite. But I think Nebula is done because she has had she's probably out of everyone had the fullest
arc.
Arguably even more than Star-Lord. She has come from like zero to like now she's just a part of it.
Right.
Especially in Endgame,
I think maybe Dead is probably not where I think a lot of these characters are going. I don't think Drax is dying. I don't think they're dying. I think they're done after this movie, but I don't think they're dying. I don't think we get another. I don't think Dave Bautista comes back for as Drax again. Mm-hmm. I don't think Chris Pratt comes back ever again, except maybe for Secret Wars. Like Secret Wars is the one that's the maybe. Here is the $1 million check. Come back, put the makeup on for 30 seconds of work, and I could see a lot of actors doing that. Secret Wars feels like it's going to have nearly everyone who's
Chris
ever been
Evans,
in a Marvel movie. Yeah, like I think they're really pulling out. They're going to pull out a lot of things for Secret Wars. But with that being said, like I think Gamora's done after this. Like Zoe Saldana has made it very clear she is done after this one. I just think that's where we're at right now. I thought this trailer was fine. I thought it was an okay trailer. Again, it's a Marvel movie trailer. I don't know what it is. I just can't get excited for these at the moment. I cannot get excited for Marvel movies anymore. And I think because Black Panther just broke my heart because that trailer was so goddamn amazing and that movie was so goddamn mediocre that I'm just done with Marvel.
You've offended Brian.
That movie was just long and
it was a little long. It was long. We talked about it. It was a little bit too long. But yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I can understand that.
I think that's just where I'm at right now.
Blendon, what about Deadpool and Wolverine? Anything for that? No, not really.
We'll see.
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
We will see. That feels very much like a pull on the last string we possibly have because we don't have anything else. And I think that is such a break glass in case of emergency moment. And that's kind of telling for me is that, you've gone to the emergency cabinet. Oh, okay, that's a little concerning. Because I that's what that feels like to me. Again, that's me without having seen anything. And when I see a trailer, I might be more like, okay, this looks like it could be fun and funny. I just really hope Jackman is not playing Wolverine. I would love that I think the idea of him playing Hugh Jackman is hilarious.
I said that
would be clever.
I said the exact same thing. I agree.
I think that would be clever and original, and I think that would get me excited. Them coming out and saying he's playing a multiverse version of Wolverine, I'm going to be like, I'm over the multiverse. You guys have ruined this concept. I'm kind of starting to get to that point of they have ruined this concept of multiverse, of it just being this fun, cool thing. And no, hey, everything from your childhood is coming back and nothing dies. Nothing has an ending. Right. Everything comes back. And I'm just at a point of where are we going right now? But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Sorry for the pessimism and I hate everything in the entire world.
You just pretty much gave me your review of Quantumania.
Shane asked, who do you think is going to voice Rocket's girlfriend, Lila? This is a Lady Gaga, right? Is this Lady Gaga?
That's what people have been saying for the longest time.
Oh, really? I haven't heard of that.
There's no confirmation on who it is.
Yeah, that's what I kept hearing. So okay, yeah, I was curious.
I would mind Lady Gaga. Why not? Marvel and DC.
The rumor would be because A Star Is Born. There's two characters with.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Are they gonna have a duet or something where they sing?
Yeah.
Well, because you would have
dancing.
Yeah, you would have Rocket as Bradley Cooper and
isn't I don't remember her name. Ratcatcher too? Isn't she in this movie?
Isn't she the pink looking girl in the all white in the elevator in the trailer? I think that's Danielle Melchior.
Sure, she is in Fast.
Yeah, she is in it. Undisclosed roles. So
I think I saw a screen grab of that scene and it was like Daniela revealed or something, and I assumed it was her, but you couldn't really tell because of the makeup and the hairstyle. It looked enough like her. I mean, any number of Bradley Cooper's ex-love interests in movies could be. It could be Emma Stone. It could be J Law. It could be go down the in Aloha.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Go down the list. Pick it. Yeah, I don't unless they're singing. I don't know if it'd be Lady Gaga. It'd be funny though.
All right, really quick. Any other TV spots you guys want to talk about? Any Super Bowl spots? Yeah, Indy. All right, yes. Indy, real quick, take it away.
I'm so excited for Indy. even
Me
though
too.
I'm not. Like, I don't know. I shouldn't be this because everything I have said about every other Disney project at the moment is very much true for this movie. But I don't care. It's Indiana Jones.
Right.
Yeah, it's Indiana Jones.
Do you trust
Mads Mikkelsen.
Jacob? Do you trust James Mangold with this property?
I'm the one person in the world who doesn't love James Mangold as a director.
What?
I think his movies are good. I think they are good. I don't
Damn.
think they are the masterpieces everyone has them at. But I think, look, at the moment, I don't think he can fuck it up. So that's
Yeah.
better. That's better than where I'm at with other films and filmmakers. So yeah, at least he's established director who knows how to move a camera in an interesting and original way. I am sick to death of putting it on a tripod and not moving a camera. I'm over it. It's what we've gotten out of blockbusters for the last decade. So yeah.
I mean, Mangold hasn't done a ton. I was trying to think of what his last. I love how Swamp Thing is already on his Wikipedia. Like people are just attaching them automatically. Like Ford v Ferrari and Logan, fantastic. But before that was the Wolverine and Night and Day, and he's only done 5 movies in the last 13 years. So
He did Walk the Line too.
310 to you? Yeah, Walk the Line.
See, I'm
Did he?
310 to Yuma's okay.
310 to
Well,
Yuma.
yeah, back in 2005. I was going backwards in time. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was before 310. But I'm just talking about in the last 15 years. Walk the Line is 2005. And 310 to Yuma was 2007.
Yeah, Walk the Line's old.
So it's been a minute. Like,
Oh my
you know what I
God,
mean?
man, I didn't realize that.
It's not like he's cranking out a movie a year or something like
Yeah.
you know, or something.
And that's like I'm not massive on Logan. I think Logan is a very good movie. I don't think it's a great movie. I think it's so that's kind of where I'm at with James Mangold is
All right.
That being
Okay.
said, Destiny, I'm very excited for Indiana Jones.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, she's in there. She's
Yeah.
playing,
Yeah.
She's gonna do great.
Marcus Brody's daughter. It's great. I love Indiana Jones. Big Indiana Jones. I can't wait for that. I love that Super Mario Brothers commercial.
That
where
was
That was the one I wanted to.
I didn't see
They took the song from the Super Mario Brothers
Mhm.
Super Show and made it an ad for Super Mario Brothers
Did it-
movie.
did it
that was
come
my
out
favorite thing.
earlier in the day, or was it the day
have to watch that.
before?
It was earlier in the day.
Was it?
It was
Yeah.
basically a commercial for their
For-
business.
yes.
It was
Yeah,
essentially
it's-
them doing an
Beautiful.
in
Right.
universe,
Made me so happy.
and it was perfect. It was
Yeah.
exactly what you
Okay.
wanted it to be.
I have been so pessimistic about this goddamn movie, and I was like, "This thing's gonna suck," because I do not like Illumination. Illumination's movies
Yeah, they're
are
not great.
terrible. Everything they release, everything just keeps getting me more and more excited. I'm like, I
Yeah,
hate
man.
you. I hate how good this looks.
Yeah.
And I like, look, does Chris Pratt scare me? Yes. The voice, I'm worried about the voice because
That's a
Yeah.
cool.
but like because there is a reason they're not showing it. That we have not seen the voice.
Yeah.
We've barely seen the voice, and there is a reason for it. So that concerns me. They know that this isn't great, but other than that, everything about this movie has been amazing and worked.
I think
Maybe
it'll
on-
be like a 5 to 10 minute adjustment period, and people will get over it and just roll with the movie.
Yeah, I agree. Did you call that number? Go watch that commercial for that ad. Call that number. It's hilarious.
I heard about it. I didn't do it yet.
Yes, it's very funny. It's Charlie Day as Luigi doing
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's great. It's really fun.
I might have to give that a try.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it, guys. Went a little bit overboard, and I was a little bit off. Sorry, Jake. Okay, just thankful I'm here. Okay, I'm tired. But before we go, let's do some quick plugs. Let's go around the horn, starting with Brian.
Beav also know on Twitter and Instagram, and certain point of view for other stuff. Yeah, that one.
All right, and Mr. Keith Barnes.
I'm at Keith Barnes 79 on Twitter. So you can find me here at Apocaflix. Keep your eyes out for my review of The Visit. Like I said, I'm shooting that in just a few minutes, right as soon as we're done. Look for me and my buddy Jacob Bartley on Bartley and Barnes. We're coming back, Brian. I don't need your jokes. Okay, we're coming back. We're doing the show. All right, I promise you. We're coming back. Yes, Bartley and Barnes. And then you can check out me and Gio every Sunday. We're doing reviews of
The
The Last of Us.
Us.
Yep.
Love it.
After it's about 8 o'clock Sunday nights. It's just after the show, but we usually start around 8 Pacific time Sunday night. So yeah, check us out there.
Mr. Wingblade.
Before you check out their review of The Last of Us, you can watch me do a watch along of The Last of Us every Sunday over on Flick and Reel. I tried editing reactions for the first two, and it takes a long time. And I was, you know what, I'm just stick to the watch alongs because it's easier to just go live and just hang out with my people, anyone who hops into the chat. So hit me up on Twitter at Sean Wingblade. Just spell Sean correctly, SEAN. And at Flick and Reel on the YouTubes, and catch us there. Lots of reactions and movie talk and everything you get from this channel and there. And we have a whole host of fun people over there.
Yeah, you guys are doing some good stuff, man.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you guys, and you know how far you've come along, and continue climbing, man. Keep it up. Mr. Jacob London.
You guys can just find me over on Twitter and Letterboxd at Jacob London, and the podcast I do with Taylor and Elena at Lights on the Screen. We talk movie. We just talk movies the new release movies each week. When Ant-Man will be up on Saturday.
All right, looking forward to that, man. Well, yeah, showing in 2 days for us here in the States, and yeah, looking forward to that. You guys can find me on Twitter at Insider Geo. You can find me all over this channel. Trailer reactions. We got anniversary reactions with Keith. This week, Daredevil, Ben Affleck's Daredevil 20 years anniversary. I can't believe it. I think we have the 25-year anniversary of The Wedding Singer as well.
Was that this week? Yep.
Yep, and just a whole lot more coming your way. Yeah. We got trailer reactions. We got the casting table. I think the latest one was James Bond right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, look out for more of those coming every month. And yeah, my own channel, Fandom United, where I talk about spoilers and rumors and all that kind of stuff because I just don't care. Okay. And I'm going to do my own trailer breakdown of The Flash. I found out some more things that I can't wait to talk about. And that's going to do it, guys. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media channels. Hit that thumbs up button, especially for that embarrassing story that I said earlier. We appreciate you guys' support, your time. Subscribe. And until the next now, you guys take care.